Welcome to Right Fit Leader, a podcast from Alec Broadfoot and the Hire with Confidence team at VisionSpark. This is where visionaries, entrepreneurs, and leaders learn how to hire leaders, lead better, and build teams that last. Through expert insights, real client stories, and conversations with top leaders, you will hear how we find A players for your business. This is Right Fit Leader.
All right, we are here at the EOS Conference with Heide Olson of All-in-One Accounting. Did I say it right?
You sure did.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Is this your first conference?
No, it is my sixth conference.
Your sixth conference. Okay, I should have known that. Yeah.
Well, and I'm kind of surprised it's not 10. Like I was like, where have I been? Where was I the first 4 years?
Yeah, this is my 10th conference, so yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
You're an OG.
I'm an OG, yeah. So it's like 7x in size from the original one.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So this is wonderful.
Yeah.
I think this is a great location here in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, me too. I really like the facilities and the content, and I'm get so filled up by all of the energy here, and yeah, it's one of my favorite conferences of the whole year.
So tell us about your company.
Yeah. So I started All-in-One Accounting out of my basement 23 years ago because I wanted to make the lives of entrepreneurial and nonprofit leaders better. I mean, that's my heart. I just think entrepreneurs make the world go round. My parents are both entrepreneurs. I grew up with 17 aunts and uncles, almost all entrepreneurs.
Wow.
Yeah, in a really small town, Granite Falls, Minnesota. So I threw out my shingle. And what we do is strategic finance and accounting outsourced for growth-minded entrepreneurs and mission-minded nonprofits. And our focus is really to help them grow profitably, protect their assets, and amplify their impact.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. I love
you.
how succinct you said that. Yeah. That's awesome. And so I'm sure taxes have changed over the years, right? So you're always on top of that for your clients?
Yeah, so we don't actually do taxes.
You do the accounting work.
We do the accounting work to get them ready. So we partner with a lot of CPA firms because we typically handle that for our clients, getting them the final financials, answering questions, being the liaison, because we want to make it easy for the entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs are busy, right? They're juggling a lot of things, and if they can have a trusted partner in the seat that just takes care of things for them, and they have accurate, timely financials in which they can, make actionable things happen with them, that's really our goal.
Yeah. Timely and accurate is so important. Yeah.
Without that, you can't do anything else.
Right. Yep. And we have a tremendous bookkeeping company, but I wish they could be a little more timely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so that's a barrier for you.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
So we've made the decision to actually hire an accountant to come on board at VisionSpark. So we are in the process right now. We have 10 really strong candidates that we're interviewing. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll know who we're going to hire.
Awesome. Well, if I can help, let me know.
Thank you. Thank you. So what are some things that that keep you up at night as the owner of your company?
Yeah, the things that keep me up at night, I think, is the freight train of automation and AI that is coming to our industry and pretty much every industry. But we've been talking about it for years, and I feel like in the last 3 months, it has turned into a full-fledged freight train of where this is going, and I know it will completely revolutionize our business, 100%. So I think where we're going as a company is we're going to become financial architects essentially for our clients. Agentic AI doing a lot of what my accountants right now do. And then really the consultative, human in the loop. What do we do? Verifying the information is correct, and then what do we do with it? So that consultative relational piece becomes even more important, because guess what you can't replace?
The human connection.
The human connection and the people.
Yes, and I think more and more people are going to crave that and want that, and great customer service, and going above and beyond. And for myself, I am so tired of working with large organizations, whether it's ADP, Verizon, the big guys, and not getting the service. Big banks, so we at VisionSpark have been intentional about choosing vendors that are small and can provide great customer service.
I don't know about you, but if I can call the CEO, if I can call the leader or the person that brings me so much comfort.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why everybody, all my clients, my whole team, they can get a hold of me anytime. It's important because that relationship is where it's all at. And Alec, I can tell you, when I started my business, I didn't realize how important having the right people was going to be. Man, it is everything.
It is everything.
Having the right people on your team is everything.
Yep.
So,
well, you're preaching my language, right? Yeah.
That's right.
The right people in the right seats.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what are some things that that you're excited about as an owner of your company and where your company's going?
Yeah. I am really excited about my people. I have some amazing leaders, and I have a lot of high potential people in my company. And I would say the last 10 years or so, I've made that switch to really identifying and cultivating and supporting those people because they're the future of the company. And so really pouring into them and giving them the tools and the resources to be great leaders. And I love my people, so that's easy to do. But that's one of my things I'm excited about. What I'm really excited about is our ability to continue to impact entrepreneurs. Right? Like the world is chaotic. Sue talked about that just now at her presentation. How do we bring clarity to our team? How do we set them up for success? If we do that better, we'll impact more entrepreneurs and make their lives better. Again, which is why I started this. Threw out my shingle out of my basement 23 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
And clarity is huge because everybody's craving clarity. There's information overload. There's so many opportunities, and helping them with clarity and simplicity is awesome.
Yeah.
So it seems like your company, in terms of your strengths, you're very customer-oriented, people-oriented, innovative, you simplify and clarify. What are some of your other strengths as a company?
Oh, what a great question. Well, when I think about our core values, commitment, teamwork, foresight, tenacity, and commitment. When I think about our 5 core values, hiring, reviewing, promoting, and firing both client and team to them, I think really makes a huge difference. And we didn't figure that out right away in our EOS journey. I think we were probably 5 years in when we were finally like, why is this still not working? Like, what is happening? And we realized that we truly weren't doing that. So doubling down on your core values and your mission and your vision and creating that vision for your company through all this chaos, you have to be able to do that. So I think that's another strength. We really think about how do we set the vision, how do we get everyone on the right seat in the right person, right seat, and how do we move forward to really support that?
Yeah, and you mentioned core values. It's so important as entrepreneurs that we hire by our core values and we fire by our core values. Something I've learned recently as a leader, that I am more tolerant of poor performance than of core values issues.
Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I would say the same holds true for us. I mean, that first year when we made that decision, we let go of our largest revenue producer and our biggest client. And as an entrepreneur who started out of a basement, like taking anything that came in the door, that was really scary. But it was the right thing to do for the the good of the company, right?
In my talk yesterday, we talked about terrorists in our company.
Yeah.
So, those are the individuals that are high performers but don't have our core values.
Yes.
And it's the hardest person for us to fire, right? Because we're pretty kind individuals, we're loyal.
Yep.
And then the thought of losing a big producer, someone that can be really productive, that is scary.
Absolutely.
And I made that decision a few years ago, and that was one of the many decisions I made, and that helped us actually grow even more.
Yeah. You can teach technical.
Right.
You can't teach heart or core value.
Yeah.
I really think either you have it or you don't. You align or you don't.
Is your company all in person?
We are remote. So we started in Minnesota. Right now we have team members in 15 states and clients in 35.
Wow.
And I can tell you what, I mean, we were about 55% remote at COVID, when COVID hit. We're almost all remote now for delivery and team. And what I would say is it has allowed us to hire the best talent that we can find.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference. You start with core values, but you say, it doesn't matter where you live. If you're the right person for this team, we can make that happen.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so I'm guessing you serve all of the United States?
Yep.
Okay.
Canada, Mexico. I mean, so U.S. based are the majority of our clients.
Yeah.
So.
Are there different accounting laws in different states, or is it all GAAP?
Great question. I would say that there are certainly different payroll, like in terms of taxes. Other than that, no. I mean, accurate, timely financials are across the board. I think actually globally. So, no state or national specifics around those.
Yeah. And how do you charge?
Great question. We've traditionally been an hourly model, and we are starting to transition to flat fee, value-based pricing, and so that's been a very interesting journey the last couple years. And I would say by the end of this year, if not early next year, it probably will be everything that we're selling, just because of the automation AI piece, right? It's really going to change the way that we bring value and the way that we think about what our team looks like and how we deliver.
So that's one of our three uniques is a fixed fee. So
really?
Most of our competitors charge a percentage of salary or hourly.
Okay.
And we charge a fixed fee. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, and as a customer, I love it. Like, I love to know what I'm going to pay for the service. And we hired a web person last year to help us. It was not my decision. And one of our leaders made a decision to hire someone to build our website and just put them on a monthly retainer that was just ongoing forever. And I'm like, why did we get this contract? Like, why isn't it a project to finish it? This is like an unlimited check. There's no accountability. So I told this person never again. I said, don't ever hire someone that's on a monthly retainer. It has to be on a per project basis.
Well, think about the value proposition in any business and think of how rapidly that's changing, right? How we delivered 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, completely different. So we have to continue to ask ourselves, how do we bring value? How do we communicate it to our clients and our team? And how do we continually adjust? Because it never stops changing.
Yeah. And there are law firms now that are charging a monthly fee for their services, or a project fee. So getting away from the hourly model.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. We have an attorney on our board. She's an M&A attorney, and she's fabulous and brilliant. She has started to put on her invoices all the time that they're saving their clients by using AI and automation.
Wow.
Because what she wants to do is set them up because her fees are going to go up significantly. Her hourly fee because of the ability to leverage and get things done smarter, better, faster. But there's a cost to that.
Right.
There's a cost to the technology, and there's a cost to your increase in the value that your consultative human in the loop brings, right?
Right.
So I thought that was brilliant.
That is brilliant.
I know.
That's just very customer focused, customer first. Yeah.
And very transparent. Like, we have to be transparent with our clients.
Yeah. So we're here at the EOS Conference. What has been your favorite session so far that you've been to?
Oh my gosh. You know what? Jonathan Reynolds and Gino Wickman yesterday, I mean, I came out of there so inspired to go deeper, to become a better leader, to be more open, to be more honest. And I think I had started to, as Gino said, I'd started to blend those two things together, and they're different. And,
they are very different.
And really, as this visionary of this company, I set the tone for that, and I've got work to do. So I'm going to work on myself first.
Yes. Yes. And I've realized as a company that we may not be open as a company.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am. I think I'm 80% there. But when I was surveying my team yesterday, I don't think they're open. And I think that's a unique culture because corporate America, nobody's open.
No.
Right? Everyone's afraid of making a mistake, and it's a lot of CYA.
Yeah.
Right? But in an entrepreneurial company, I mean, my company, I don't mind mistakes if they are making the same effort. I'm like free to try and grow, and you're not going to lose your job for making a mistake.
No, you know, it's interesting you say that because when I do my welcome meetings with new team members, I say, if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough, and you will never get in trouble for fail. I mean, how I have learned so much from my failures, Alec, more so than my successes, right?
Yes.
I mean, you got to be gritty. You got to get up and try again, adjust because you might have to take 4 or 5 runs at something to get it right. That's okay. As long as you learn and you're like, okay, now we'll adjust and we'll try it again. Or you might find out it was the wrong effort to start with, but regardless, you're still like, that failing is learning. And as a leader, we have to be committed to continuous learning. We have to be.
Absolutely. And I talked about that in my session yesterday. So,
awesome.
If we have to grow as leaders so our team can grow.
Yeah.
Right? And that whole concept of the law of the lid by John Maxwell, right? So I don't know if you've heard of it, but if an organization's capped by the leader's ability.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
100%.
And if your head of operations is a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, your whole operations team, that department, is never going to get better than a 6.
I know.
they're not going to attract any leaders that are better than the 6, any employees that are better than the 6. So that's one of the things we talked about yesterday. And as you scale and grow, can that leader grow with you?
Right.
And if not, you probably have to coach them up or coach them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to be really honest with yourself about that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you are holding your whole organization back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it changes. I think that's one of the other learnings that I have is like, we break a lot of stuff because we're growing fast, and that's going to happen. And we hit the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But continuing to figure out how to break through that ceiling. And I say like every $5 million we break a major department in our company. And I just have seen that cycle over and over, and it's going to continue to happen.
Yeah.
So like really embracing that, not as a bad thing, but like, hey, we're growing. We have issues because we're growing. Like a positive, right? And how do we solve them forever?
Yes. Awesome. For the individuals that are listening, if they want to learn more about your company, what are next steps?
Yeah. You can find us online, www.allinOneAccounting.com. You can reach out to me personally, Heide, Heide, at allinoneaccounting.com, or you can give me a call, 612-845-0398.
Wow, great. Thank you so much, Heidi. Really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. It was awesome.